Welcome back to the Till. The Till is truth in lending and in life. And in today's video, I'm going to break down some of the latest April news, which is kind of exciting. We'll get into that and you'll understand why I'm so excited, right? So let's look at the markets over the last 5 days. The 10-year Treasury has been as high as 437, right? And as soon as the ceasefire was announced, we dipped down to 423. There was a bond rally. Yesterday, as high as 431, kind of ended at about 426, 428. So relatively lower interest rates this week, as long as the ceasefire kind of stabilizes. It'd be great to see some oil to start passing through the Straits of Hormuz. In other news, Fed Watch, this Fed meeting at the end of the month, 29th, Chairman Powell's last Fed meeting, probably not expecting anything to happen. Inflation was a little bit higher. The PCE, the normal Fed Watch favorite indicator, was a tad bit higher for the month. So the key things I would tell you is on Friday of last week, there was an expectation of about 30% of the next increase actually being a increase in rates rather than a decrease. That's dropped down to the single digits from where it was, which was the mid 30% range last week. So that is good news on that front. Now, in other news, this week, this month, the Washingtonian magazine ranked or listed Kevin Retcher and myself as a top mortgage producer in the DMV. So I want to shout out, pick up the magazine if you're traveling. Try to find my name. It's actually pretty cool to do that. And it's also on their website. And then the big list. The big list is Scotsman's Guide, ranks loan officers throughout the nation. And if you go to their website and look up, and here's the thing, I was like 3,100 and something in the nation for volume. When you look at all loan officers at banks, right? And but when you break it down into someone as a mortgage broker, and I was 246th in the nation. I'll take that. And I was top 5 in Virginia. So if you really think about it, we got 50 states times 5, that's 250. I was in the top 250, so pretty excited about that. But it's not the first time. I've been a little bit higher on the rankings, so trying to move myself up back to number 1 in Virginia, which I've been multiple times. Fell back just a little bit this year, but I need your help. But it was still a great big year because I also did almost $10 million in real estate and $500,000 in insurance, and I don't think any of these other people in this entire group does all 3 like I do. So pretty excited about that. Last but not least, I want to talk to you about on my website. There's a housing hustle blog right here. I did upload a perfect guide to home buying seminar class. It's about an hour and 40-minute class that you can, if you're looking to buy a home, highly recommend, on the treadmill, listen to that. You're going to get some big tidbits that's going to help save you some money. You can also then download a guide right there on the website, on that blog, and you can print that off, and it's going to be a pretty good guide to home ownership. And I'm going to be breaking down those 12 steps on a more individualized basis, and you can check those out on my YouTube channel. Again, my name is Kevin Retcher. This is The Till, which is Truth in Lending and Life. Mortgage broker licensed in Virginia, Maryland, D.C., independent insurance agent in Virginia, Maryland, D.C., and also a licensed realtor with Jobin Realty. If, in fact, you want to schedule an appointment, you can click on the website there and make a calendar appointment. And then if you want to get live interest rates, if you're in the market, you can click through there and get live interest rate quotes just by clicking on the website. Likewise, you can also start a loan application, click that big green button. In the end, here's the thing. I have one goal, and that's why I'm licensed in all 3 areas that I'm licensed in. One goal, and that is to save you money throughout the process. Even if you're not in one of my states, I have 34 other states covered with broker owners like myself that I'd love to refer you to. So if you have any home ownership needs, give me a call. I'm happy to help. I may or may not have a source for you, but the one thing you're going to get is truth in lending, and in life, you're going to get the truth. My name is Kevin Retcher. Talk to you soon. See you in the next video.